What is up, YouTube? Today we are in the Old Faithful, better known as the Land Rover Defender. This thing is an absolute tank. If you haven't seen it before on the channel, it's my daily driver. Obviously the Ferrari 360 at the moment is up for sale, or actually has been traded for something. Loads more to come on that. I want the deal to fully go through before I make the video so that I can tell you the whole story and we can put it all together. But today we're going over the Land Rover Defender, my daily driver. And well, I've done nearly 2,000 miles in this car. I got it in about February, so in about 3 or so months I've done 2,000 miles, which I know isn't a lot. I was working from home, and as many of you know now, I'm now unemployed, so even less reasons to drive around everywhere. And well, it's a fantastic vehicle. I've got to say, it is absolutely incredible. I mean, retail on this is something like £72,000, because as many of you know, TGE put up a lease deal. I pay £380 a month for this. On top of that then, fuel, I probably spend about 25 quid a week, so it's probably costing me somewhere around the £400 to £500 a month mark. And to be honest, for that level of car, if this was a PCP or a HP, you would be paying over £1,000 a month. So I think I got a good deal. On top of that though, it has opened up the caveat that in owning this car, I've realised I probably don't need something so expensive for a daily driver, which means realistically when this lease goes back in, a year and a half, or in fact more so in nearly a year now, I think I will probably just buy a cheap and cheerful runabout. It's a fantastic car, but it's a lot of kind of monthly. I appreciate even though it's cheaper, and I think I'm more realising that now I'm unemployed. So it's a fantastic car, I really like it, it does everything I want, but the idea of this video today is to go over my thoughts on the car now. So obviously when I first picked it up, you're in that honeymoon period with the car. You love everything about it, you think it's the coolest thing on the road, and you just want to get in and drive it. Now obviously a few months down the road, now it's become more of a utilitarian vehicle. I use it when I need to, and well, yeah, I just kind of get in. I'm a bit blasé to the fact that it's a £72,000 Defender, which when I first got it, I literally felt like I was driving a G-Wagon. This thing is, to me, on that par, and is an incredible vehicle. So what's changed? Not a lot. I think there's a lot of things with the car that I'm noticing now I've owned it for longer, so it's probably worth me running over those. First of all is the locking. When the car first arrived, the locking would only unlock via keyless entry the driver's side door, which meant if you had passengers, you had to get in every single time and unlock it from the inside for them. I mean, I probably could have pulled the key out of my pocket and unlocked it that way, but the whole idea of keyless is that I don't have to grab the key. So the first thing I did straight away was change it in the settings. On top of that then, the other things that I've noticed about the car that I would say mainly are gripes are the fact that it's so bloody big. Now that sounds like an obvious thing, of course the Defender's going to be really big. Yes, I expected it to be tall, but I didn't expect it to be as wide as it is. The Ferrari 458 and 360 are very wide vehicles, but I don't know whether it's the height or the way that you perceive them in shape, but it feels much, much smaller and agile to drive. This thing obviously is a tank, but because it's so wide, you go down country roads and you have to wince. It's pretty harebrained, it's pretty dangerous in certain points on the road because this thing is just huge. And then if you were to take this down a country lane, well, that's a different story altogether. So they're obviously small minor things. On top of that, I would say potentially the buffering in this vehicle is quite bad. When the windows are down, because of the aerodynamics of the car being lack of, you get a lot of wind noise and turbulence, and you hear that inside the cabin. So the majority of the time you just end up putting the aircon on instead, which is a little bit different to what I'm used to. Obviously in something like the 360, I have the windows down if it's -5 degrees so I can hear that exhaust note. And well, in this, that is definitely not the case. So yeah, they're kind of my gripes over the time I've had it. The major gripe, which I nearly forgot about, is all the ADAS features. I hate it. I realistically think that the sweet spot in cars was probably the 2010 to 2015 era, because you had a lot of the technology you've got now. You had Apple CarPlay, but you didn't have all these ADAS features. You didn't have it where the car decided that the lane assist needed to kick in, or that it needed to be doing a set speed in a certain point, and it basically bring you to a resounding halt. I realistically understand, yes, they're meant to be there as safety features, but I think they are making the quality of driving so much worse in the UK. And well, to be honest, I really, really hate it. If I was able to, and if I owned this outright, I think I would definitely get it coded out. But obviously, it being a lease is probably a bad idea and could void warranties, etc., etc. And well, these cars are known for needing that warranty, so I won't be doing that. Moving on, then obviously we have other elements that I've kind of noticed in ownership, and it's pretty good on fuel. When you fill it up, which I think is about £130, it does like 600 or 700 miles, so you're not going to the petrol station all that often. Diesel, to be honest, I mean, it doesn't really matter because it's a modern vehicle, but I wouldn't want to own this in the future because no doubt it would get hit by all the ULEZ stuff in the future. Regarding the torque on the car, well, it's a torquey bugger. This is a D350 engine, so it's the largest diesel they do, and well, it pulls like a freight train and is powered by, unfortunately, that Ingenium engine, which lots of people say are a ticking time bomb. Luckily, I only have this car a year and a half, so hopefully I never face that. What other things have I noticed with the car? Well, little things like the boot has a rubberized matting. It scratches so badly. I really wish they'd just put carpet in. Moving round, the Apple CarPlay, it's on an extended screen because this is a top dynamic spec, and it's huge, and it's wireless CarPlay, which is absolutely insane. The only issue with wireless CarPlay that really doesn't affect many people is the fact of the way it connects to your phone. If you then try and record a clip on your phone, whether that be, parked and you see a really nice cargo pass and you just want to get a clip, as soon as you try and do so, it will record the video clip, but it won't have any audio. It's the way that it connects to Apple CarPlay or wireless Apple CarPlay that really seems to affect it. Moving through, I don't think there's a great deal else. This car is fundamentally insane. In hindsight, there's a few things that I definitely would have ordered, and the reason I didn't order them was obviously because this is a lease vehicle. I just bought it kind of at the top spec requirement at the lowest price, so I didn't put on in any personalization. One being air suspension, I think would have been amazing on this car. It's on springs, and in fact it doesn't fit in my garage, which is a bit awkward. With the air suspension, supposedly you could lower it, so in theory it would have fitted in my garage. The other one is the official Defender car cover or tyre cover on the back, and I bought one kind of on Temu. It was £80. It's perfect, it does the job, but apparently the official one has something in it to stop it rotating, and you can see that mine has rotated ever so slightly. The other thing then comes down to spec options. I really wish I'd had some of the silver elements on the front and rear in black. I've seen some of these in an all black nuked out spec, and they look impeccable. This car I think looks great anyway, but I think that would have just been the creme de la creme on this vehicle. So what am I saying? It's a fantastic car. It's done 2,000 miles amazingly. It's been super reliable. The only small thing I have had is occasionally it can't find the key, but then I don't know, could that be battery related, or is it just being a JLR product? I don't know, but it's been fantastic. So that's just a quick update to tell you what I'm doing with the Defender, how it's going, and anything that I've uncovered whilst owning it. And realism is not much, just a few little quirks and features that if I'd known about them, maybe I would have tweaked them earlier, but I can't say they would have ever stopped me buying this car or leasing it, for anyone in the comments. So I hope you liked the video. I know it's a super short one, just wanted to keep to the regular content, and life's pretty hectic at the moment. I know for an unemployed person it's hectic, never heard of that before. And well, I just wanted to make this video just to go over the fact that the Defender is still here. It's obviously not going anywhere because it's a lease, and well, it's doing everything I need of it so perfectly. So that's the video. I'll see you all soon, and well, bye-bye.